Namaste. I'm Riddhi Doshi Patel from India. I'm a practicing child psychologist and a parenting counselor. I advocate mental wellness for children and parents, and I support parents in their journey of parenting. Today, I'm here to discuss and share about music and mental health of children. And to be more precise, how does music support the mental wellness of a child? Before I share the details with you, I would like you to experience something which is relaxing, something which will help you to be in here and now. So let's do that. May I request all of you to please close your eyes. Now take a deep breath in and out. Again, a deep breath in and out. Keep your eyes closed and try to be with your own self. There's a rhythm within you. Try to experience that rhythm. And now I'm going to play some music for you. Please keep your eyes closed. Get into a normal breath. But focus on the breath that's going in and the breath that's going out. The breath that's going in and out. Keep focusing on that. Please keep your eyes closed. Let the music flow within you. Experience. And you may slowly open your eyes. Let me ask you a question. While the music was on, did you think about how your morning was? Did you think what's going to happen next? Did you try focusing on your investments, your loans, the small problems that you have in your life, or probably all that happiness you have in your life, or all about your achievements? Did you think about what's going to happen next moment, tomorrow, or day after, or probably next month? If you're planning a vacation, did you think about it? No. Music helps you to be in here and now. Music helps you to relax. And when you are in here and now, your mind is not cluttered. I'm sure post this, you will understand my talk on mental wellness and music, and how does music impact the mental wellness of a child. This experience might have helped you to understand that music helps us to relax, declutter our mind, gets in a very composed state, and we feel very grounded, which is very, very important for any human being. And children are no exception to this. Music has been considered as the language of gods. Music as an ability to evoke emotions, calm emotions, aid expressions, or initiate even anger. It aids in sleeping or assisting us while we intend to wake up or wakefulness. Whatever the need and requirement is, music has an ability to deliver. Music plays an important role in a child's development right from the time the child is in the womb. There have been numerous instances where a pregnant woman, when experienced the music and the rhythm in her life during the day or in the morning or before she goes to sleep, it has given a very impactful. Music has since long is considered being the language of God. Music has an ability to evoke emotions, calm emotions, aid expressions, and initiative in anger. It aids in sleeping and helps in wakefulness. Whatever the requirement is, music has an ability to deliver. Music plays a very important role while the child is in the womb. There have been numerous instances where a woman who has been pregnant has been exposed to music during the day or while she intends to sleep. It has a direct reflection, a direct impact on the child which is in the lady's womb. And the child, when after 9 months, when the child is there out in the world, the child's mental health has been monitored, and it has been observed that a child is more relaxed, more calmer, more secured, and very well bonded with the mother. There's a sense of acceptance in the child. And our Indian culture says that Garbh Sanskar, that's exactly what I'm talking about right now, creates a human being while the child is in the mother's womb. Such is the impact of music on a child's mental health. So you must be questioning yourself, and how does this factor helps in managing our mental health? It elevates your mood, it reduces stress, it improves focus, it helps in relaxation, reduces anxiety and depression. There are numerous instances where I have personally used music. In all those cases, when the parents have got the children who have been feeling really anxious and are very, very low on concentration, I have used music to channelize the energy of children suffering from ADD, and I have supported them to be more calmer, to be more focused and relaxed. Few scholars would dispute that music is even heard as expressive of emotions by listeners. If you have noticed, sometimes when a child who is just 6 to 7 months old, or probably even a month or two, when the child is crying, is restless, and when you play a particular sort of music which is calming, the child tends to calm down. The crying is stopped and the child is in a relaxed state. There have been numerous instances by few doctors in India, where experiments have been done that during a mother, while she is delivering a baby, there has been live music been played. The mother has not experienced the pain which a lady experiences usually while she is delivering a baby. I don't say that the mother doesn't experience, but not at the level of what it is usually experienced during a normal delivery. There have been instances where the music has been played and the mother is relaxed, and a very relaxed state of mind, the mother has delivered a baby. Such is the power of music. The fact that people like to use the term expression suggests that somewhere music reminds them of the ways humans have been expressing their state of mind in real life. Music helps in connecting with your emotions. Music helps in releasing your bottled up emotions. And when I say you, here, I mean a child. There have been numerous research has been done, and where the research says there have been numerous research been done, and it says that when a music is played and a soft instrumental music is played and you are talking to a child or probing the child to express in a very indirect way, the child is able to express, the child is able to do it seamlessly. And it's a very natural process for the child to share his or her feelings and emotions. Music supports in expressing. Music supports in emotionally connected with self. And when a child is connected with self, the child is more grounded, the child is more okay understanding and expressing emotions, and the child certainly has vocabulary of the emotions and the feeling he or she is experiencing. The notion of meaning suggests that music somehow refers to something else beyond expressions of emotions, tensions, human characters, and social conditions. There have been different senses in which music has to be said to be expressing emotions for a person. And here, when I say a person, it's more a child. A child would perceive any emotion in a piece of music. It would be inappropriate to claim that it's wrong. It's absolutely right that the child is able to connect with the music and the emotion, and that's where the child can express, the child can share, and that's where the child mind is less cluttered, and it is decluttered very often while the music is on. Music taps into emotion. It stirs up emotion like nothing else, and in a very, very great way. As Richard Burnett has explained, life has many, many distractions, particularly for children. Here is a small tip which all the parents can use for their child. Once a day, play a soft instrumental music and ask your child to close the eyes. Ask the child to focus on the breath that's going in and out. It can be just for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. But the results of this exercise, if done regularly, has a huge impact on the child's concentration level and the child's expressions and expressiveness. The child is more calmer, more focused, more empathetic, more secured. And there have been few instances where the child is also very confident. Music can be a very great way of expressing even when you might not know. There have been instances where I have played the music and I'm talking to a child, and all of a sudden the child starts crying. Here, I talk about the child of 12 years and 13 years. And the child starts crying. The catharsis happens there. And then when I want to help the child, it is very easy for me to do so because the child is in a state of calmness and is relaxed and is able to understand if I'm sharing something, if I'm probing something, or I'm trying to facilitate something for the child to understand, dwell within, and come up with a solution from within. Music increases communication. Music increases communication, socialization, and memory in children because music bridges the gap between art and science and the artistic nature of the child. It allows the children, the teenagers, to open up and explore their feelings. It also helps to cope up with their mental health issues. Music can improve social skills and communication. Children in the very first years at primary school can be nervous and vulnerable as they have a lot of change in their home and social life. And they might really find it hard to gel with people, or if English is not their first language, they may struggle in even communicating. And that certainly affects their mental health. Here is where music can help to push them through that boundary as its universal language for all. It's a language of bonding. It's a language of connecting. It's a language of love, affection, care, and empathy. Music can help social skills, and even people can connect, interact, and other opportunities for social interaction, which is otherwise difficult for young children, goes very, very easy. Music can even be something to get hold of if they can be offered to connect with their senses, with their being in here and now, and not being in their past and not think about the future. It's good for children to try understand their feelings and the behaviors that come with it. Music can be a very wonderful tool to process that. It can also increase motivation when a task seems really, really difficult for a child. Daily stress and anxiety, which is completely inevitable for children sometimes. Music helps the child to de-stress. Music helps a child to go low in the anxiety, go less anxious, and then a therapist, a psychologist, a counselor, educator, or a parent can surely help the child to work on himself or herself. It is something which everyone needs, and it helps in increasing a child's productivity also. Problems with concentration or sensitivity to one's environment can be very well teamed with music, as it can help you to focus on a task, improve on listening skills, and it can help the child in and at various walks of life. Having music around a child doesn't allow the child to feel lonely. There is something with the child which is supporting the child, which is helping the child to work on himself or herself. That is the power of music, and that's how it helps a child's mental health. Here I would like to share two case studies. 2018, I got an opportunity to start a department in a government school here in India, Mumbai. This department was all about a child's mental wellness. And I was there for 1 full year as an expert supporting the pre-primary section and establishing a department for the same. Every day in all the pre-primary classes, for 10 minutes, a small activity was done. And then we were, along with the educators and my team, we were trying to monitor the development of these children. At the end of 5 months, we called the parents meet and we took a general audit about all these 5 months of the child's behavior at home and in the school. So while the meeting was on, numerous instances were shared by the parents where they found their children more relaxed, more focused, more concentration, less on screens, and trying to develop more awareness, more connect, and were quite mindful in their communication with the people around them. And before I go ahead, sharing few more details about this experiment of mine, let me cite here, all these parents were working with the government department, which is primarily for cleaning the roads and sanitization of the country. These children, they come from a very low class, lower middle class and poor class. But this experiment certainly helped us to help these children who on an average would see in their houses a lot of fights between the family members. There had been instances in their family where there were domestic violence cases that happened. The child was many a times beaten or spanked by the parents or the grandparents. Such was the atmosphere at home. And at the end of this 5 months, the parents and the educators could see a remarkable change in the mental wellness of the child, the mental health of the child, to be more precise. And this certainly left a very good example for the parents to work on themselves. After those first 5 months, while the process was set for the children, I and my team, we started working with the parents. Every 25 days, we used to call the parents meet. And we started doing few activities with the parents. And also, in few cases, the parents were asked to do certain things at home. We noticed at the end of 2 months, when the parents came for the meet, we noticed they were more calmer. They were not anxious about understanding or knowing what is going to happen next. What is madam going to give us as work to be done each day at home? But they were more open to accepting the change. They were more open to understanding. Now, let me help you to understand what was the exercise, those 10 minutes that we were doing with the children in the class. It was nothing, but it was a combination of movement and music. Whenever the children used to come in the class and before the educator used to start her studies, there was a small activity done even before the prayers. And it was just simple activity of shaking the body. A music was played from the central office and the speakers were put in all the classes, the pre-primary classes. The educators would ask the children to start shaking the body in starting with the right hand and the left hand and the head and the shoulders and the body and the feet. And then they were asked to close their eyes and just be there. After that, keeping the eyes closed, the educators would ask the children to give a tight hug to themselves. And then the educators would start with the daily prayers, and then the studies would start for the child. Simple shaking off gets the child in here and now. It is a modality of dance movement which closely works with music. I'm a movement therapist as well, and I use movement and music to help a child relax, help the child if the child is anxious, and get the child in here and now, and then I start my therapy. Music and movement together, when used, has a wonderful impact on children who are facing trauma, who are suffering from anxiety, who have been getting panicked at multiple instances, at multiple occasions. It has helped the child to increase focus, concentration. So while the child shake off, the child would just consciously, unconsciously declutter the mind, and the child isn't then here and now. The child will not recall about all those instances that has happened at his or her place the other night, and would not think of anything that's going to happen next post the school when the child goes home. But the child is going more strong, more grounded, more confident, while the child is giving a tight hug to himself or herself. There's a mind-body connect happening, and the child understands that there is a lot of energy within. That is how we started supporting the children. And at the end of one full year, we had lot and lot of success stories. One such success story, which I would like to share here. I was conducting on the last day of my working with that particular school, the government school, which I'm talking about. The last day, I had called a parents' meet, and there was a young couple whose elder child was in grade senior KG, K2, and the younger one was just 6 months. While the parent wanted to attend the meet, the mother gave the mobile phone to the child so that she could attend my session while I am talking about certain things to take care at home front while they are dealing with the children. And immediately the father got up and said, "Hey, didn't you remember? Ma'am had explained no giving screens to children who are just 6 months or even 6 years. Reduce the time of the screen. You can play with the child, and side by side, you can listen to the talk by ma'am." And immediately the mother set with colors and some toys, and she started playing with the child. But since there was colors, since there was some colorful toys and a soft instrumental music being played, the child did not disturb the mother, and eventually the child slept and mother could attend their talk. How beautiful it can be when the parents start understanding the importance of music, the importance of movement, the importance of color, and start implementing in their daily life. I sharing a bit today from all the experiences I had in last 15 years and my capacity as a movement and music therapist and a child psychologist would help you to understand how important it is to inculcate music in upbringing your child, helping your child to de-stress, helping your child on anxiety and panic, and above all, using music while the lady is pregnant during all those 9 months. and see how beautiful the child's mental health is taken care of while the child is out there in the world, is more secured, more calm, and there's a very strong bonding between the parent and the child. Thank you so much.